So I arrived in Taiwan last night and I'm just going to go on a little walk around Dongshan Township where I'm staying. What I'm going to do is, I just sort of saw a park on Google Maps that I'm walking towards. And I'm going down the streets and just taking in the experience of, although I've been here 8 years ago, I don't really know this town very well at all. So my first impressions of being in Taiwan. Quite a busy road where I am right now. Just waiting to cross. Looks like a lake coming up. So that in front of me is the flat area of the plains, Yilan, the Yilan area, which is opposite to what you see in the distance in the other direction, which is the mountain range. The plains here are subsiding geologically, and the mountains are continuing to be uplifted during earthquakes, which Taiwan has plenty of. So I'm just following along this pedestrian bicycle track that keeps me off the roads, which is nice. See where it leads. Dongshan Railway Station. Just been following along underneath it for a while. Looks like rice paddies with big compost piles. There's the railway, and there's some metal sculptures to, I guess, celebrate the farmers. So now I'm at the Dongshan River, and there's the railway bridge crossing it. So this is what I'm walking on, the Sinan Loop bikeway. Looks great. Don't think I'm going to walk 36 kilometers today though, but I'll follow it for a little while. So this is a really beautiful riverside walk. I'm just following it along because I think in the distance there's a fork in the river and there are two bridges crossing in the distance, which is going to take me an extra half hour probably compared to what I intended. But this is a lovely environment. It's beautiful. So this morning when I woke up, I spent some time getting my head around the geological history of Taiwan. It's actually a bit like the North Island of New Zealand. It's very young geologically. It's probably only been pushed up out of the ocean in the last 3 to 4 million years. And it's basically a small country, about 500 kilometers long, with a sort of oval shape, with a little kind of tail at the end, at the south end. And it's got a huge central mountain range, with mountains up to nearly 4,000 meters high. But they're in long ranges, just like in New Zealand, with faults running the length that have been responsible for pushing them up with long valleys as well. So Taiwan is a country that was created by plate collision, with 4 plates involved actually, but the biggest 2, probably the Asian plate with China, huge plate to the west, and the Philippines plate to the east. And the Philippines plate is shoving its way into the Asian plate, but also northwards into another plate called the Okinawa plate, creating a string of volcanic islands off to the northeast of Taiwan. So I'm so excited because in the next few days I'll be actually getting out into the landscape with some of the locals, some of the teachers I'm working with, to be guided into some of the environments. Now I'm about to cross a bridge across the river, which is going to take me into a whole other part of town where I'll probably get lost, but Google Maps is always there to save me. There are the ranges off to the south of us. I'm loving this walk along the river. We're just at the tributary of these 2 rivers. There's the other one. And in the background are the central mountains of Taiwan, that's the northern tip, go all the way down to the southern end of the country. Here's some fancy houses, Taiwan style, with their own lake, boat, pool. And that's where I'm going, on the other side of the river. I can see a bridge that's going to be useful. Quite a lot of big birds, herons and storks. So I hope you've enjoyed my little first impressions video of Dongshan Township, Yilan, northeast of Taiwan. Cool gardens.